a very good morning to all of you. It is Thursday, the 28th of March, and I am coming into the studio doing the show after a good week, and I definitely miss it. And of course, not a lot of things have changed during the last week, but I can tell you one thing that has kept on changing, and that is the weather in our country. Of course, Mother Nature is never decided whether to keep it hot or maybe a little slightly chilly, or whether to rain a little bit of downpour here in Sri Lanka. But then again, it's very hard to even kind of keep in line with the weather reports, because it's definitely undecided right here. That being said, my name is Wasam Ismail and you're watching Good Morning Sri Lanka on MTV Sports. And of course, after the break, we will be talking to a very interesting Indian gentleman who is from the background of cultural arts and theatre. And I'm definitely, as a stage theatre enthusiast myself, I'm definitely very, very excited to meet with him after the commercial break. So make sure you stay tuned for that, because he comes with a lot of knowledge and a lot of in-depth views and a lot of things that will give us an insight to the kind of theatrical background here in India. And of course, we've got a lot of interesting content coming up, but to start off the show, I'm just going to start off with a little local story where the University Grants Commission says that students who pass the 2012 GCE advanced level examinations will be enrolled in universities before the end of this year. The chairperson of the University Grants Commission, Professor Shenika Hirumburegama, said that discussions will be held in this regard with vice chancellors of universities at the end of next month. She added that students who passed the 2012 advanced level examinations have already applied for university entrance. Professor Shanilka also said that students who passed the 2011 A-level examinations will be admitted to universities before the Sinhala and Tamil New Year. And also, we've got a few interesting videos that we've got to show you, but before that, let me just remind you that on Saturday we've got the final big match at Big Battles, which is the Kingswood versus Dharmaraja match, which will start at 9:30 a.m. And of course, if you cannot go into the premises and check the matches out yourself, you can always tune into MTV Sports and catch the match live, as we will be bringing it to you. That being said, Rose tops leaderboard at Arnold Palmer Invitation, where Justin Rose fires opening around 65 to lead by 2 strokes at Arnold Palmer Invitational. So we've got a little video on that, so check it out.
Briton Justin Rose returned to a 7 under 65 to grab the first round lead at the Arnold Palmer Invitational on last Thursday, while Tiger Woods got his bid for an 8 Bay Hill title off to a solid start. Held by a red-hot putter, Rose outshone playing partners Woods and South African Ernie Els by mixing an eagle and 6 birdies with a single bogey on the sunny but chilly and blustering day at Arnie's place. Playing the back nine first, Ross got off to a stuttering start with a bogey at the 11th, but it would be his only blemish in an otherwise sparkling round, highlighted by an eagle at the par 5 16th and 4 straight birdies from the 4th to leave him 2 clear of American John Herr. Herr spoiled an error-free round and missed a chance to join Rose atop the leaderboard when he bogeyed his final hole, the par 4 9th, after dropping 6 birdies for a 67. Lurking a further stroke back on 68 are American John Rawlings and Canadian Brad Fritz. Woods, who can reclaim the #1 world ranking from Rory McIlroy with a win on Sunday, was not at his best but battled for 369 to headline a pack of 10 golfers 4 shots off the lead. Woods feasted on Bay Hill's par 5s, carding 3 birdies and an eagle on the 4 holes, but the defending champion undid much of his good work with back-to-back bogeys at 17 and 18. FedEx Cup points leader Brant Snedeker, returning to action after missing 5 weeks with a rib injury, showed plenty of rust as he carded a 4 over 76 that included triple bogey 6th at the par 3 17th. Els, twice a winner at Bay Hill, set out last week with a hip ailment and also struggled to a 3 over 75. But after dropping 5 shots on his opening 5 holes, the British Open champion recovered slightly from his horrific start by mixing 3 birdies with 1 bogey the rest of the way.
And of course, talking about the same topic, we've also got a little story on that, which happened at the same event actually, where Tiger Woods regained the #1 spot in the world golf rankings, winning the Arnold Palmer Invitational on Monday in Orlando, Florida. The 37-year-old replaces Rory McIlroy as #1 after dropping to a career low 58th in November 2011. Now, Woods won the tournament for the 8th time, tying Sam Snead for the most times winning one event in a career. Woods shot a 4th round 70 Monday and beat Justin Rose by 2 strokes. Rory McIlroy slides to #2 in the world rankings. He topped the rankings for 264 weeks from August 1999 to September 2004 and 281 weeks from June 2005 to October 2010. But he took 5 months off in late 2009. An infamous scandal in his private life, and was also troubled by persistent knee injuries, requiring 4 operations and an Achilles problem which contributed to his fall down the rankings. So a little bit of a touch of sport and a little bit of golf with there for you. And of course, we've got another video which we've got to show you, where the Chinese girl, the most iconic work all admire Tretyakov, sometimes described as the Mona Lisa of quiche, will be sold at auction later this month and could fetch up to 750,000 USD. Check it out.
With a startling copper green face and a sparse background, Chinese Girl may not be the most obvious masterpiece, but it became one of the best-selling prints of all time and is expected to raise up to $750 at auction, Bonham said on last Monday. The once obscure portrait by Russian Vladimir Tretyakov, painted in 1951, was to be sold at an auction in London on last Wednesday by Bonhams. It is now said to be the most widely reproduced and arguably the most recognizable picture in the world from the 1950s prints of the work, which was sold widely in South Africa, Britain, Europe and America. The picture was brought directly from Tretyakov by an American woman, Binon Burler, in Chicago when he was touring the US in the 1950s. It has been in the same family ever since and is being sold by the original buyer's granddaughter. In 1954, Burler paid $2,000 compared to the $750 it could fetch at auction later this week, according to Bonham's auctioneers.
Well, it was painted in 1953 by Vladimir Tretyakov, and for his tour of the US of that year. And he took it on tour of the US, and it was quite well received out there. He then sold it at the end of that tour to a family in Chicago, and really there it remained. But before doing that, he had taken some prints of the work, and I suppose that's how its fame came out, because these prints were the best-selling fine art print in the world. It's a phrase one doesn't often use, because everyone says, oh, this is iconic, that's iconic, and it's almost been debased. But really it is in this case, and one doesn't use that, certainly we in the art world do not use the word lightly. And it is iconic because everyone knows this image. You don't have to show it to people and they know it. They may not know why they know it, they may not be able to name the artist or even the title, but they know the work. And in a way that's the magic of the picture. There are numerous people that will pay homage to the picture in different ways, and you only have to go online to see a whole load more as well.
Tretyakov himself claimed that by the end of his career, he had sold 500,000 large format reproductions of the Chinese Girl print worldwide. Today, Chinese Girl mugs, wallpaper and other associated paraphernalia are widely available. The Chinese Girl is inspired by the sitter Monica Singh Lee, who was working at her uncle's laundrette in Sea Point, Cape Town, when Tretyakov spotted her and asked her to model for him. As well as products, Chinese Girl has also inspired a tribute in song, which was composed by British cabaret singer Tricity Vogue.
I wasn't always this blue. I was once the same color as you. Then I began to dabble with a man or two, and things took on a darker hue.
Her Edinburgh Fringe shows The Blue Lady Sings, and The Blue Lady Sings Again were inspired by the character in the picture.
Well, she's my muse. It's quite overwhelming to meet the picture for real that you've based 4 years of your life around and your work around. And I never thought that I would actually see the picture for real, because when I researched it I thought it had been destroyed.
Project Cole's value has risen exponentially in the art market in recent years, thanks in part to the first major retrospective held in South Africa in 2011.
Well, as you saw, that was the Chinese girl. And of course, art is also sometimes a form of expression, and as you can clearly see, the right form of expression can be quite valuable, and in this case it's 750,000 US dollars, and if it's in GBP it's actually 500,000 approximately. And also on the same topic of art, there is a gentleman in the studio with us who is eagerly waiting to get in front of camera to have a discussion with me, and of course he is an invitee from the International Colombo Theatre Festival, which is happening from today till the 4th of April, and of course I am looking forward to have a chat with him right after a break. So we're going to go in for a short break now, and we'll be right back here on Good Morning Sri Lanka.